Right, this is Billiards 3D Net, which is a game that's been around for a long time. I've actually just come back to it today to have a quick look and see if anything's changed. They still don't fully, I think, have English language installed, but you can get your way around most of it, I think. As you can hear, we've got a roaring fire going on. I'm in a practice room and I'm playing something called I think it's called Free Billiards, Russian Pyramid, Free Pyramid or something, and I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. But the one thing about Russian Billiards is, if you look at the pockets, they're the width of a ball and no more. So don't expect me to be running a table or whatever it is you do here. I have no clue what I'm doing. You've got to, the annoying thing about this game is you've got to remember to chalk your cue. It's a free game, but like most free games, you're obviously limited in what you can do and what the quality of the cue is, and you can get better quality chalk apparently. So you move the mouse over the ball to move the ball to wherever you want it, and then I think you hit the ball again to get your cue stick. So I've got my cue stick, and this is to, you can see you've got a very limited range here where you can put English on that cue ball. So if you go like that and that, and that, oh well, it's actually different in this one because in the snooker one it doesn't move very far. But let me break the balls now. This isn't drag the mouse back like Virtual Pool 4. This is drag the mouse along the shaft of the cue, and then you've got the usual power bar that you've got in a lot of these pool games. So you drag that to the power bar, gets to wherever you want it, and then let go. Now the balls in this game are bigger and heavier, and other than that I haven't any idea what I'm doing. I don't know whether I should pot a white ball or try and go in off the yellow ball, or try and go in off a ball. I'm going to do something to see what happens. There is various versions of this Russian Pyramid. Now this is a game that is certainly difficult to understand if you've never played it or never seen a rule set. In fact, I don't know whether there is a rule set for this game. I don't know what that does. That's actually the lobby, and there is 190, or is that 92? There's 92 online playing at the moment, and there are VIP players as well, whatever that means. They may well have big memberships and that sort of stuff. There's a number of English names there, but there's quite a few, or English nicknames. You'd obviously expect a lot of Russians to be playing this, simply because it is a Russian, I presume it's a Russian-made game. Let me get rid of that. Now this yellow ball fascinates me because again I'm not sure whether I'm meant to pot it or not, and I'm probably all day trying to get it into a hole. But let me, it might be a while before I get a ball to go down. And obviously with this being practice, because there's no way I'm getting in a game with anybody at this thing, I'd get ripped to shreds. With this being practice, it won't count the ball at all, whether it's illegal or not, I don't think. And I've got it without aiming lines. You can have aiming lines on and that sort of thing in practice, I presume. Again, I'm just presuming that you don't have that in a proper game. I don't know whether you have the option to have aiming lines online, but you certainly could do with some aiming lines in this game. Well, that's it near the hole, so it seems to be that you're jumping from ball to ball. I don't know why. And I've still not got a ball into a hole yet. Well, this is totally driving blind here. Now I think, let me just check and see whether it's the last ball that you hit that is then your cue ball. That ball that's up there, I'm going to hit that one. And that's going to the top rail and behind the other one. I wonder if that'll be my cue ball next. No, it isn't. For some reason it's now this one, so I have no clue what this is about either. I'm going to try a little combo off that white ball. Well, they're all white balls apart from the one yellow one. I need to chop my cue again. Well, I'm getting them all near the holes. And then suddenly we've jumped to this ball. I don't know why it does that. I have no idea. Now I wonder whether I should pot this or try and go in off. There's no room to go in off. Well, that's a ball going in. And there's one less on the table. Now I'm on another ball. So you can see the width of the pockets. Extremely tight. Well, I got that one in. Well, your guess is as good as mine as to what the hell this is all about. So, let's leave the room. This is their lobby. Hi there, if you want to purchase coins, but payment system something RoboCash doesn't accept your payment, contact us to get invoice via PayPal support. Now the one thing, obviously, if this is a game that's based in Russia, then I doubt very much whether you would be allowed to use PayPal because of the sanctions. Now there's a ranking system, I think. I think that's what it is. Best players it is. There's the shop where you can buy your better cues. You'll obviously have to buy coin to be able to buy the cues, and then you've got boosters, extended aiming lines. So presumably you can use aiming lines online with this game as long as the game's set and agreed by the other person. Precise spin. These are all sort of booster things that you pay for. I think it's a bit like a rental system, I think, where you have them for a period of time. For example, the chalk runs out after 50 uses, but I think you've always got the basic chalk. You can also buy a glove as well, I believe, although you've not got a hand. There's not a hand in the table. That's something difficult to work out. Now, what's this saying here? English chat. Ah, right. So, and that is that's Russian text, and that's English text. Now, now that name there? That name Frats is a guy that's in VP4, and that's obviously a Discord channel, presumably for the game, or it's his Discord channel. But that name Frats, I saw him in the VP4 lobby earlier on. Right, so I'm going to do startup, and then you've got this whole list of stuff here. You've got Classic Pyramid, Moscow Pyramid, you've got 8-ball pool, I don't know what version of pool it is. You've got Free Pyramid, which I think I was playing. You've got Combined Pyramid, again Dynamic Pyramid, no clue what they are. You've got 9-ball, 10 ball, 8 ball old rules, again whatever that is I don't know. You've got snooker 15 balls and snooker 6 reds. And then of course once you've set your game, you can then find an opponent. I've got it in professional settings, and then you've got a bet as well. There's a betting system where it's just like what you'd have in a VP4 game, where you can put a stake for a match that you're playing if you want to play for a few $V. This is something similar apparently. You've got 9 ball. Let me go training. What does that say? Alright, well I want pool there. That's the one I want. And then you seem to have to do the drop down again. This is a bit confusing. No aiming lines and professional. Hit play. You don't get to choose a table, that's just the default table. If you then just press your left mouse button, you can rotate around the table, or you can go that there with these symbols to zoom in and out. You can take a screenshot, I believe. You hover over, you can report an issue. You've got a help. That's probably for your controls and stuff, and all the other symbols that are on screen. Reset balls, game lines, game settings. Press space button for switching to look around mode. For changing all of your cue, hold 2 button and move mouse up or down. For changing tilt, changing the angle, the butt angle. For precise aiming, hold shift button. That's to give you the more refined control over the aiming, because it does jerk about a bit. I mean, it moves quite sharpish. I don't know whether you can change the speed of that. So again, you grab the ball, put it to the invisible kitchen line. There doesn't seem to be any obvious markings on the table, so you don't know whether a ball is in or out the kitchen. I can't see a kitchen line. That's even more confusing. And then you hit the ball again to then bring your cue out. Chop the cue, amp it up, and break the balls. Now, the physics are not bad in this game. It's just that the controls are cumbersome. Like most, I've always found, because I always use VP4 as a benchmark. You're naturally going to do that for a game that's been around as long as the Virtual Pool series. And the one thing, using Virtual Pool as a benchmark, you then find you've got clumsy, cumbersome games that are so slow. I mean, if this was VP4, I've already played my shot. You know, you just get down, you line up, you decide your shot, and away you go. But these ones, you just have to get things set right before you make a move. Tried the cross bank there, it almost worked. And so this is why my attention span with these games lasts very, very short. Now I'm hooked. Now what kind of line's that? I don't know that that's it. No, that's nowhere near it. So it just gets laborious and tedious and boring trying to get yourself set before you hit a shot. Now obviously there's people got patience to do this sort of thing. Where's that 2 ball? That's up top. So I'm going to put a bit of top in the cue ball. I don't want that. See, this is really refined. Again, give it a chalk. I'm down to 37 uses of my lump of chalk, and I think I've miscued there almost. That's a bit fiddly. Pockets are, I would describe as sort of normal pockets in comparison to Virtual Pool 4. But in terms of finding the aim in this, I'm struggling. don't struggle as bad as this in Virtual Pool 4. But I'll certainly struggle to hit that one ball. Let's see if there's enough room. Oh, that. Now, this is where it needs a wee bit of. And that's not a do. That's where. See, I've even forgotten how to put English on it. I think I need to do that, and that's probably far too much English. But the left-hand English is going to straighten the cue ball, and we'll see how it reacts because it might straighten it too much. So, oh no, that's a proper miscue, and that's actually. See, I don't know where the miscue area is, but now I've found it. That's far too far. So, I think we'll roll through in this. I think if you go beyond the circles in the middle, you're risking a miscue. I think that's the idea. I just ended up stunning that. And being it's practice mode, there's no fouls or anything. The balls just stay down until you've cleared the table. And if the 9 ball goes in, no doubt the balls will still stay in the table. Play a little billiard, or at least try to. And that was a foul. And to get this game to work, there was no problem in the past. The problem I had today when I downloaded it is that you need to have something called Adobe Air installed. And you have to hunt for that on the web. I think initially, if I'm right in thinking, this used to be Adobe, was it Adobe, what was it, Adobe Flash or something? I can't remember, it was something else at Adobe that you had to have installed in order for this to work, because it certainly wouldn't install it or work initially when I downloaded this. Now, what was that about butt angle? Can't remember what one it was. I don't know what this means, on-off hand mode. Is that to move balls or something? I don't know what that does. On-off aiming lines. Well, I've already got them up in the menu, I think. That's a precise aiming mode. I think if you get it dark or coloured, everything goes a bit smoother and softer. Let's see if we can catch that cue ball. Yeah, physics-wise, it's actually pretty good. You know, you couldn't be that critical of the physics side of things, but it's the cumbersomeness of how you set things up. Why am I over here? That's better. I'm trying to turn around, but the camera seems to want to go to the side for some reason. I think it's because I'm high up in the queue. Right, give it another shot. And this is obviously what resembles a VP4 house queue. And I'm off the table, but I potted the 2. So, all in hand. Sit it. What the hell's happened there? Now I've lost the cue. Oh, there it is. Thought I'd lost the cue ball. Right. So now we've got our stick. Let's try a little bit of draw and see how it reacts. Well, it didn't do anything because I didn't go through with the shot heavy enough. So again, got to move that tip to get the, does that say Q tilt? Aye, so we need to get it down like that. That's better, I think. Or you get it down to where you want and then you get rid of the Q tilt option. See, it's just fiddly. It's just fiddly, and that's what's annoying about it. Miss Q again. And I don't think, honestly, I mean, you could stick at this game until you become pretty proficient at it, but I'm sorry, I just wouldn't know. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be here long enough and have enough patience to do all of this carry on all the time. And that's why Virtual Pool 4 is a winner in terms of pick up and play. Now, fair enough, I'm talking from experience, the fact that I've played that type of game, the Virtual Pool series, for donkey's years, and so everything, it just comes naturally because you're so used to it, but it takes you a little while to learn VP4 controls as well. I'll give you that, but I'm going to stick my neck out and say that you're much more likely to become proficient in the control method in VP4 than you are in this game, because of the sort of laborious way you have to go about things. You certainly, I mean, fine tuning, for example, in VP4, I never use, but in this here, you have to, I think, simply because it jerks about too quick. Well, we've banged a ball in. That was the old stub shot there. So it's Billiards 3D.net if you want to try something fancy that Virtual Pool 4 doesn't have, and that's these combinations of Russian billiards on pockets that are insanely tight and in rules that are unfathomable without a rule book. Now, there's probably videos on YouTube, and I dare say there are, where people explain what these Russian billiard games are and how you go about them. I'm willing to bet that probably most of them are in Russian. I don't think I'm aiming right there at all. I'm just going to give it a bash. Oh, cross bank and a scratch. So that is Billiards 3D.net as it says up there in the picture.